This is in the District Court of Ellis County, Kansas, case number 24-DM-236. It is the state of Kansas to the Department of Children and Families and guardian Leal Hunt versus Jonathan Wygel. And you are Leal Hunt and you are
Yes.
Jonathan Wygel. Okay, we are
Yes, sir.
on. Mr. Wygel, you filed a motion on April 15th regarding a motion to enforce parenting time. Have you spoke with Ms. Hunt about this?
No, Your Honor, I just gave her the court paperwork because I've asked multiple times to see my son. In regards, I wasn't able to. After you said that I was able to see him, after you released me.
Okay. Do you two want to talk for a minute or should we just start the hearing?
I'm okay with just starting.
Okay. Mr. Wygel, go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor.
You want to present evidence or just argument?
Actually, I have a couple of things. I have a lot of stipulations I have here. I'm a president of the Oxford House October. I've
Hey,
only
Mr.
been here
Wygel,
3 months.
Mr. Wygel, if you're going to testify, I need to place you under oath.
Okay.
Okay, would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear and or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the penalties for perjury in the state of Kansas.
On the Bible, Your Honor.
Okay, you were garbled. So, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Okay, go ahead and tell me what you need to tell me.
I was released on February 21st. Within 2 months of me returning and being at the Oxford House, I became president of the Oxford House. I have a curfew from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. There is someone always here, so my son will never be alone. There is always kids here for him to play with. There's kids here that are younger than mine. There's no sex offenders or arson offenders, and no one with warrants. There is no substance abuse. Everyone has accountability. Everyone is sober and takes UAs. Anyone who comes to visit has to have a clean UA. I have tried to get in touch with her multiple times, asking kindly for visitation, and we had a current notary prior. The house is always clean. I have not gotten no updates to adhering agreement that was notarized last year. I have a good job that I work 40 hours a week, and I just started a new job working landscaping. So I have 2 jobs. I am on medication, and I have outpatient treatment that I go to. I attend 5 meetings a week. I go to Celebrate Recovery in Norton, and I'm going through mental health treatment through High Plains. So I believe there's no reason that I should get visitation with my son, Your Honor.
What is the visitation you're asking for? What are the days and times?
The days and times, I would at least like to have him 3 times a week. I'd clear my landscaping job to see him, and the prior agreement was 12 to 8, and I also got him on my days off. I was seeing him almost 5 times a week, so I'd at least like to see him 3 days a week, Your Honor.
And when you say your days off, do you have a regular schedule or do you work for yourself? What's your employment?
I caretake for residents overnight. I'm a personal assistant for DS&WK. I have Sundays and Mondays off, and I can drop 1 more day because I work 2 jobs, so I can drop anything and move anything around just to see my son, Your Honor.
Ms. Hunt, do you have any questions for Mr. Wygel?
No, no questions.
Okay. Do you have any additional witnesses you want to put on, Mr. Wygel?
Yes, sir. I would like to subpoena my niece, Jocelyn Moore.
Well, did you subpoena her, or is she here?
No, she's not. I didn't know if I was able to do that or if we'd had a further continuance.
Okay. Ms. Hunt, do you have anything you want to present for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. Do I need to go under oath?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the penalties for perjury in the state of Kansas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You may put your hand down.
Before Mr. Wygel got arrested, yes, we did have a notarized paper that we took to the library of when he may see his son. He did not see him 5 days a week. There was many times where he would not come and get him because he was angry or because he said that he would like to go to work instead. Like there was a lot of fighting between communication. He would pick him up late, bring him back early, all those kinds of things. There was times where he went almost 2 weeks without seeing him. I have no issue with him seeing him, but I wanted it to be court ordered and get a court order for that because of the threats that were made, which he got arrested for. Also, him and his family were making threats that if I turned him in for certain behaviors, that they would take my son from me and not bring him back. Consistent threats like that have been made. So I did inform an officer that had called me in regards to John calling him and asking to see him, that I would prefer that it's court ordered first. I would like him to see him 1 to 2 days a week, just until while he's on probation, because he is in trouble right now. Behavior that I have been through with him in the past has been very rash and dangerous. So I would prefer 1 to 2 days a week right now, possibly supervised until he is off probation and can prove that, you know, he is bettering himself, and he is in a more stable home of his own residence of living. The Oxford house isn't fully ideal for me for my child to go to, but if that's something that has to happen, I am okay with that. So that's about, I would like at least a day or two notice before he comes to get him. And with my son's routine, we have him on a very strict routine and schedule. I would prefer that he comes to get him 9 to 5 because he has specific nap times, specific wake up times, eating times, bedtimes, all of that. And I would like to keep him in that strict routine. He doesn't do the best whenever he's taken off of that.
How old is your son?
He's a year and a half.
18 months?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Wygel also, since he has been out, has made false reports on me to the police station. I got a call a couple days ago for a wellness check where Mr. Wygel has stated that he is under the perception that I do not take care of my kid and that I leave him with other people. He has said that he's received pictures and videos of me not taking care of my son. He has made like multiple police reports where I have been called by officers and they have spoken with me. And they have agreed that, until court, I do not have to send him. But John has made multiple false reports on me to officers, and they told me to inform you about that.
Anything else, Ms. Hunt?
No, that is all.
Mr. Wygel,
Yes, Your Honor.
would you like to address those last comments?
Yes, sir. Actually, I would. With this new job, she became very good friends with Miss Guzman, I believe. And I work with her brother and her friend that she was going out and partying with. she told her brother that she is not there a lot and she is always out drinking and that she has seen her do coke a couple of times, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard from the brother of the sister that she is friends with. And I have gotten things from family members as well that those are things I would not be doing if I had my son or was around my son. So I just like to address that.
We have someone else on iPhone. Who is this? iPhone, you're muted. Do either of you know who iPhone is?
No clue, Your Honor.
Hey, Jess, you can drop iPhone. They're not identifying themselves. Mr. Wygel, you're wanting noon to 8. You work nights?
I work nights and days, Your Honor. I work from about 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. overnights. And then as soon as I get off, I go straight to my landscaping job and I work about 9 a.m. to about 5 p.m.
And you're off Mondays and Tuesdays.
Sundays and Mondays,
You're off
Your Honor.
Sundays and Mondays.
Yes, sir. I run house meetings and interviews for the house.
If we did Sundays and Mondays 1 to 5, is there a third time a day and that would work, Mr. Weigel?
Mondays and Tuesdays would probably work better. Sundays I have interviews at 1:30. I mean, he can be here for those interviews, but if I need to take care of him or do anything like that, he could be a distraction. And I don't want to put it that way, but if I'm running a house business meeting and we're trying to get people into the house, I need to attend to him and also attend to others as well. So Monday and Tuesday would work better, Your Honor.
Do you have house meetings every Sunday?
Every Sunday and Monday, Your Honor.
Okay.
We have house interviews at 1:30 and we have house meetings at 7 o'clock Monday. Every Sunday
That's
and
in the
Monday.
evenings. Okay.
Right.
So if we authorize visitation Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it can be from 1 to 5. What's your schedule, Miss Hunt? Are you working?
Yes, I babysit.
Okay. You have transportation, Mr. Weigel?
Yes, sir. I make enough money that I can pick him up by Uber or have somebody else take me to pick him up.
Okay. Do you have a license?
No, sir. I'm currently in the process of getting mine back.
You'll have to arrange reliable transportation. Obviously, they need to have a car seat.
I have one that he can use, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Weigel, the court will authorize your seeing the child Sunday or Monday or Tuesday from 1 to 5. Now, obviously that 1 o'clock may not work if you have other obligations. You'll have to communicate with Ms. Hunt. Communication will be by text messaging.
Sir.
Okay, so we don't have
Yes,
any
sir.
problems with who said what to who. You can communicate with each other regarding the child by text messaging. Obviously, if there's an emergency, make a phone call, but text messaging is the better route to go. Okay, you need to communicate with her when you're picking the child up and when you're dropping off, if it's going to be other than 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay, she needs to know. You need to make a commitment to your child, and you need to make a commitment to communicating with the child's mother on the time frame.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So she needs to know when you're going to be there to pick up the child and when you're bringing the child home. And there should be a text message if it's not going to be right at 1 and 5. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Anything else we need to deal with today?
Don't believe so, Your Honor.
Ms. Hunt?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I do have a question though.
What's your
I
question?
would like to know sizes for my son and stuff. I went to a state meeting recently and I got him some clothes for him, but I would like to know sizes for everything so I can keep continuing to buy clothes for him as well.
Okay, well, that's something you should be communicating with the mother to make sure you're getting the appropriate size clothing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can text communicate with one another. You know, you two are going to have to cooperate with each other regarding the child. You're going to have a relationship until this child turns 18 years of age.
Yes, sir.
It needs to be civil. It needs to be honest. Don't play games of gotcha. This is best interest of your child, communicating necessary information. Okay?
Sure.
Make sure you communicate if there's any medications that need to be taken, if he has any special dietary needs that need to be dealt with. That's things you two need to be communicating back and forth. Okay? Anything else, Mr. Wygel?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Hunt?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Ms. Harper, are you allowed to do orders concerning visitation, or does the court need to do the order?
Or two, we're not allowed to.
I'm sorry?
VCF can't do those orders.
Okay, I'll prepare an order. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And that starts then this Sunday. Are you available at 1 o'clock, Mr. Wygel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, thank